Hello, Collective. Welcome to my channel. This is Adani Tarot. Let's see what messages wants to come out for you today. Thank you for stopping by. I do ask that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, okay? I'm going to start off with my Healing Oracle deck and see what healing messages wants to come through. This is a general reading, so it might not apply to everyone. But if it does resonate, please leave a comment down below. Thank you. So this flew out. Hole in the soul. Let me bring it closer so you can see. So this is given the energy of someone. You're still healing. You're still healing from something, you know, that you feel has left like a deep, wound, because what you're healing from is something that, you know, is related to your family and tribe. So, you know, I could be speaking to someone who, you know, you're still dealing with trauma. I mean, you had to literally fight your way through a lot of trauma, inner child trauma, trauma from families, trauma that was passed down through the bloodline. You know, this is something where you had to be strong, you had to fight, you had to, you know, it's almost given like you are here to heal your ancestral roots from, it's like karma, okay? There's a family karma that you're dealing with, or that you have been dealing with. And you know, you've been protected and guided along the way as you've been dealing with this, because this angel here is given the energy of protection, and it's also given the energy of someone, an angel that has been in the ancestral bloodline. This angel follows, you know, follows you through lifetimes, and it's been a battle that this, you know, you've been going through, and this angel has been the one that has been standing behind your back and fighting for you. Okay, I'm also getting that there could have been a situation where a loved one passed away, and you could be, I'm speaking to someone, this is not for everybody, but this is a specific message that's coming through, that, you know, there has been battles over, you know, like what this person left for you, you know, like inheritance or a home or something, you know, someone in the family that tries to control everything does not want you to have it, or feels like you don't deserve to have it. And because they feel like you are not following the traditions of the bloodline, whatever they feel that you should be doing, something that they've always kind of done, you know, especially with the family and tribe, maybe there's a specific type of culture or religion that you all are, you know, everyone in the bloodline does, and you are different and you're walking your own path, and they just feel like, you know, because of that, you don't deserve, you know, to receive, you know, the blessings, you know, the inheritance, or the amount of inheritance, or whatever that you did receive, because they were shocked that, you know, this person left you that. So there's been battles that you've been dealing with, you know, that has really left you feeling like, you know, it's almost like, because these are people that you love, so it's almost like you're fighting your own self, because these are people that you actually love, that you have to, come against or turn your back on. It's almost like a bitter, it hurts you. It leaves a hole in the soul. It leaves you empty, you know. So that's what I'm getting. 3 plus 6, 36, that's 9. So you're at the tail end of this, okay? You're at the tail end of this. You're almost at the end of this situation, this battles. Maybe someone is going to definitely give in and give you what is rightfully yours. There could be somebody that could step in and speak up for you and fight for you in some type of way. There could be somebody working behind the scenes in your defense. It could be a legal, maybe a lawyer, or even an actual spirit or an ancestor. It could be unseen help, okay? Spirit wants you to pay attention to the signs, okay? This is a time that you need to definitely be alert and use clarity with any decisions that you're going to make. Use wisdom, because I'm noticing this owl, okay? There's something that is definitely hidden that you haven't actually seen that you could find, okay? I don't know if yeah, there's something that you could discover very soon about this situation, okay? There's definitely something that you could discover, or maybe you did find out, because pay attention to the signs. We have the number 10, which is this year. We're in the year 10, which goes down to a 1. So there's definitely something that you're going to probably discover. I'm also getting that, something about, healing the religious trauma for those of you that are dealing with family members who have, turned their backs on you because you did, step away from the traditional way, the family, the bloodline, maybe they're into a different type of path than you are on, so they're turning their backs on you and making you feel abandoned, and they're not inviting you to the family functions anymore. You're hearing after the fact that, we all got together and did this, we all did this. You're finding out like after the fact, because you're on a path to discover your life purpose. So stay focused. Don't let this distract you in any way. If you were ever wondering if you're on the right path, you are on the right path. Dance to the beat of your own music. You're discovering your talents, your gifts, your abilities. You might be feeling a little bit insecure, like, am I doing the right thing? Or do I need to go back to, the way things are done, or what everybody else is doing? They seem to be stable. What I'm doing, I'm not really feeling, stable. But Spirit wants you to know to, continue on the path that you're on, that you are on the right path. You just need to be careful about procrastination, okay? So you want to be consistent with your work. You want to make sure you keep the lamp lit always. Don't let things, let the fire out. Don't let your creativity out, die out. You're tapping into your gifts with the black cat here. Some of you all could be on the path of spirituality, mysticism. You're learning new skills, astrology. You're discovering things, even in this card. These two cards are very spiritual. Sorry about the glare. There's a owl right here. Is giving Lilith energy. She's also holding a lamp. She's holding a lamp here. So you've been given the lamp of enlightenment. You need to stay on the path and don't let the fire out. Don't let the fire die out. So that way you can see through the darkness. You can see the path. You can continue and you're being guided at this time. These animals also represent guides, spirit guides. You're not alone on this journey, okay? You're being guided at this time. You're not alone on this journey, okay? Sometimes the journey might not look so wonderful or feel good. We're going to go through our ups and downs where, you might question yourself and question things, but Spirit wants you to know that you're on the path. In fact, they say that we are 4,000 ancestors that returned. This is something that your bloodline, this path that you're on is something that your ancestors, you were here before, and you were like a warrior, a warrior. If you're masculine or female, doesn't matter. You were a warrior. You had protectors. You were dealing with the animals. Your animal totem could be a tiger. Your animal totem could be an owl, a black cat. If you notice that you're seeing cats right now, that's a sign that you need to pay attention to, okay? Pay attention. Discover your life purpose. 29. You're about to master something. This is also self-mastery, okay? You're mastering something, and I don't know if you see the spirit here in the background. Like I said, you're being guided. You're being, there's things that are waking up in you. You're going to notice your dreams are vivid. There's spirits all in this card. There's one here. There's one here. So you could notice a presence or feel a presence, or maybe in your dream state, you could have some strange dreams, seeing people that you don't know. These are new protectors, new guides, teachers that are being opened up to you at this time. You're being guided to definitely keep a dream journal, document your dream, okay? You're tapping in some gifts, okay? Healing. So as you heal yourself, you also have the gift of healing. So I'm noticing the light in your hands. So that's one of the gifts that's being activated. You're healing. You're noticing that, after the pain, you're able to cry. That is healing for you, okay? Some of you could enter into the healing profession, or you already are in that. Your hands have power, so you definitely want to, wake up and, definitely use your hands, pray, wash your hands with salt water, open them up, speak to them, activate the gifts. You can create an energy ball where you rub your hands together. You can feel the energy between your hands. Visualize the color of that ball. You can speak into that ball, the color, the light that you see. Speak your intentions into it, and you can send it wherever you want it to go. You can send it to yourself if you need to, renew your energy. That is a gift that you have. If you take your time and concentrate, visualize, and just, like I said, create those energy balls. You can create an energy ball of healing, an energy ball of manifestation. You can send that to a loved one. You can send that to yourself, okay? You are the phoenix rising from the ashes. Because initially, this energy, this power was in you, but you didn't know how to use it. You didn't know how to use the power, so it was eating you up. You had to be able to now control the power and direct it where you needed to direct it. Okay, so that's probably why some of us will start experiencing physical symptoms, depression, a lot of this ADHD, neurodivergent, things like that. It's just all this power and energy that we came here with that we don't even know how to use. Raw energy. We don't know how to use it. And you have to learn how to, direct it somewhere. okay? For some of you, that's with music. Maybe when you listen to music, you're dancing, you're listening to certain music, that's what activates your spirit guides and your helpers. They love that. They are around you at that time that you're listening to music. If you can actually use music to manifest, you know, you could be listening to that high vibrational music. I'm not just talking about any kind of music, like music that makes your soul sing, music that makes you feel good in your core. You can notice that around that time your vibrations are so high, your guides are around you, your spirits are around you. Visualize what you want. You will notice those things can be coming just like boom, boom, boom. Some of you also have the gift of creating energy balls with your hands. You can look that up. That is actually a thing. You can use that to speak your intentions, what you want for the day, and send it out into the universe to go do the work for you. If you haven't tapped in, the time is now. Okay? The time is now. You see these clocks? Be careful with procrastination. And for those of you that are on the path and that takes long breaks from it, you know, you don't want to do that because you want to keep that energy going, okay? You got these clocks here. So waking up, you've done the healing. You are a healer. Pay attention to the signs. There's people that the universe is going to bring into your, that's going to bring into your surroundings that do need healing, that they're coming into your life for a reason. You are being watched. I must tell you that you are being watched. Okay, I'm seeing the watchers here. You see these eyes all hidden everywhere. Okay, you are being watched. Just know that you're being watched. You're being watched. So you could be, people are watching you. Actual people are watching you. This could be at work, whatever you do for work, or whatever you, wherever you live. And you also have entities and spirits that watch you. They're called the watchers. So you definitely want to make sure your protection is in place. They might not be doing anything. They're just watching you. Sometimes you could feel like you're being watched. Pay attention to the signs. Spirit is showing you that you are being watched. Make sure you always have your protection in place, okay? When you start your day, you want to start your day with protection and end it with protection. Just utilize protection. You're also being watched by someone that you probably had some type of love relationship with. This says love, okay? And you see this lady standing here and she doesn't see this person in the picture is watching her. So yeah, you are being watched by, like I said, for some of you, you're being watched by people. And for some of you, it's a romantic interest. I don't know if this is someone that you were already involved with in the past, or someone that is already just someone that sees you and admires you and has love for you, but they haven't made themselves known yet. You're being watched, okay? So someone discovered you, but you haven't, I don't think you've seen this person yet or know this person, okay? That's for those of you that it is a new person. And then for some of you, this is someone that you had a past situation with, okay? It's like they're searching for you. Maybe you moved, you know, maybe you have them on block, you know, but someone is definitely, you know, they go out of their way to look for you, okay? They go out of their way to see you. You know, they don't have the courage to make a move, but they just watch. They just watch. You know, this person still has this victim mentality or victim consciousness. You know, they feel like you're the one that should reach out to them. Maybe they haven't reached out because you know, they're still angry. They feel like you are the one that, you know, did them wrong, you know, because even in this card, the crows or ravens is eating at this person's flesh, you know, they're still blaming you, you know, for whatever happened. They're not really seeing things clearly, but they still kind of reminisce on you, missing you, okay? Probably looking at your pictures and things like that. So pay attention to the signs. Maybe if you are thinking about that person, just know it's because that person still has you in their energy. They felt, somebody feels like you sold out, you selling out. And if you notice, these two cards, this woman has blood in her mouth. So holding the soul, selling out. So somebody feels like whatever you're doing now that you're selling out, you're stepping away from, you know, the traditions. Whatever you're doing is affecting yourself and others. They feel like you are doing something that is really evil, that is, you know, that's gonna harm you in some type of way, that you're, you know, you're doing something that is like self, you know, self, almost like you're destroying yourself. You're, you know, right now you're, you know, if you're on a spiritual path, because this does say alchemy, okay? This does say alchemy. So they know that you've tapped into some type of power, okay? They feel like this power that you had to sell your soul to the devil or something, you know, that you had to, you know, you sold out on the traditions, the religion, if it was Christianity or that, you know, your family is into, you know, that, you know, that you're, you know, you know, you're going to hell, you're going to die. You have a hole in your soul, like you're soulless. Maybe somebody could have even told you that, you know, you don't have a soul, or you gave the devil your soul, you know, just because you are now realizing your power. You've tapped into your inner power, your strength, okay? Just because you have self-love, just because you're loving yourself, you're no longer people-pleasing. Now you're a sellout. When people cannot control you, they're going to control how people see you. So because they can't control you anymore, now they're gonna let people know, oh, she's into that devil stuff. She sold her soul to the devil, or he sold his soul to the devil, or, you know, this could be a past lover that's spreading this lies about you, okay? You know, so yeah, you've tapped into your power, alchemy. You've learned how to take your pain and turned it into power. Like the alchemist turns lead into gold. You've turned your pain into power. You're probably looking even better now. You're looking gorgeous. Before you were, you know, I mean, you went from this, if you could see it, you went from this to this. So good job on that. You've learned how to use your energy to become the best version of yourself. You've done the healing work. You know, that's that energy ball in her hand. You see? You see the energy ball? And now she can direct that wherever she wants it to go. So some of you could be dealing with the fire energies, the fire forces in some of your work or whatever you're doing. You're becoming more creative. You could be doing more painting, drawing, playing an instrument. And it's okay to miss home. It's going to come up every once in a while where you wonder if you are making the right decisions. But Spirit wants you to know to stay on the path, okay? You're in the right direction. You're in your self-love. You're loving yourself. You're putting yourself first. You're realizing yourself. Self-actualization, self-awareness, and self-mastery. And you look amazing. And, you know, whether they like it or not, they're going to have to, you know, conform, okay? So patience, there's something you've been waiting a while for that is going to come to you right now. Just be careful with temptation, okay? There's somebody that could come in as a temptation that's going to try to lure you in. Be careful. There's somebody watching you, and they're going to make their move very soon, okay? This could be a past lover or a new lover. They could have Capricorn energy. There's somebody definitely trying to lure you in. Look very well. You see that? There's somebody, there's a pool here. There's a pool here. And I'm also getting this for some particular person. This is definitely not for everybody. If you do practice any type of magic, candle magic or anything like that, you accessed a certain type of energy that is now like, you accessed an energy that is so like protective of you and just so like enamored with you. This is a spirit. So that's for somebody. I don't know who. That's for somebody. So you could have tapped into some type of energy that, you know, is, if you find yourself having some, you know, sexy dreams, you tapped into an energy, you can actually do a spiritual bath to cleanse that spirit off of you. Yeah, but that's what I got. Work with your magic. You're now learning your gifts. I mean, when you are dealing with these type of with this type of path, you need to definitely make sure you're keeping up with your cleansings, your protection. You have to know how to use your power, because you're accessing, you're opening portals, so you have to know how to open them and then close them. You need to know how to cleanse yourself, protect yourself, and all that goodness, okay? You can't just, you know, just do the magic. You have to be able to, you know, stay in control of everything, okay? So that's the message that I got today, okay? This is for some, whoever it's for, please comment down below if it resonated at all, okay? On that note, much love, many blessings. Bye-bye.